do selection, your work is done, you go. Okay, so like you can see this question number 8. You can see this question number 8. A committee of 4 person you have to choose, that you have to choose from 8 computer engineer and 4 mechanical engineer. So to include at least one mechanical engineer. What is the possible number away? So in this question, in order to do this question, you just need to apply NCR. They are not anywhere in this question. They are not talking about arrangement and all. They are talking about only selection. That you have to select 4 person. Okay, you have to select 4 person, and you have to select in such a way that it should have at least one mechanical engineer. So what I'll do, I'll draw case. First case, 1 mechanical engineer and 3 computer engineer. Then 2 mechanical engineer and 2 computer engineer. Third case, 3 mechanical engineer and 1 computer engineer. And fourth case, all the four mechanical engineer. So I'll draw 4 cases. So this would be this would be 4C1 into 8C3. This would be 4C2 into 8C2. This would be 4C3 into 8C1. This would be 4C4. What is 4C1? 4C1 is 4. 8C3, what is 8C3? That is 56. 8C3 is 8 into 7 into 6 divided by 6. That is 56. 4C2 is 6. 8C2 is 28. Then 4C3 is 4. 8C1 is 8. And then 4C4 is 1. So 56 4s are 224. This is 48. 4 carry 168. This is 32 plus 1 33. So you can do the sum. 15 1 carry 9 9 11 12 1 carry 425. So in the question, if they're just talking about selection, you do selection, your work is done. You don't have to worry beyond selection. Ask me if anyone have any doubt. Anyone want to ask anything, please write in the chat box. Anyone want to ask anything? So if you like my class, please click on the like button. If you believe that this class is making sense to you, so please click on the like button. So that gives us lot of motivation. If you have any concern, please write in the chat box. Anything if you are not understanding, please, we are living in a democratic country, so we are not in China or any other country, so you have full right to speak, so you can speak on that part. So the same question they ask you at least. So whenever the at least is there, at least in permutation, combination, probability, this word at least comes many times. Whenever the at least come, so whenever I say at least one mechanical engineer, so do like this: total number of ways minus none are mechanical engineer. The best way to solve these kind of questions. Total number of ways minus none are mechanical engineer. Total number of ways minus total means total how many are there? 8 computer, 4 mechanical. Total how many are there? So total how many are there? Total 12 are there. 12 C4 minus none should be mechanical. So means how many are remaining? 8. 12 C4 minus 8 C4. 12 C4 is how much? 495. And 8 C4 is how much? 70. The answer is 425. Any doubt? Please everyone, please interact with me. Anyone, any doubt? So if I'm asking you 8C4, don't waste your time writing 8 factorial by 4 factorial, 4 factorial. Please don't do all this don't do like this. If I'm asking you 8C4, if I'm asking you how to do 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. Okay, 8, then do -1, -1. Till when? 4 term. 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. Divide by 4 factorial. Solve this. This is your answer. What is 4 factorial? 4 factorial is 24 and 24 is 48 is 24 2 है ना 48 is 24 2 you got the answer 70 है ना. If I'm asking what is 12C4, what is 12C4? 12 into 11 into 10 into 9. So 1 2 3 4 divide by 4 factorial. 4 factorial means 24. This is 5 What is 45 into 11? Vedic maths. Any number multiply with 11. 495. Clear? Any doubt, anyone? Simran, Nikhil, Himadri, Aditya, any doubt? Because I know only these 4 people name. Others are not telling me their name only. Okay, let me start with myself. My name is Amit Kumar Singh. So now you can tell me your names. I know only 4 people names. 40 people are listening to me, and out of 40 I know only 4. Only 10% is my accuracy. Now 38 it become. The moment I ask your name, so from 40 it become 38. Clear? Anyone have any doubt? Anything you're not understanding? So whenever I ask you NPR, like if I ask you 12P3, so 12P3 means 12 into 11 into 10. You do -1 till R terms. If I ask you what is 17P4, 17P4 means 17 into 16 into 15 into 14. Similarly, if I ask you what is 12C3, 12C3 means 12P3 divide by 3 factorial. If I ask you what is 17C4, if I ask you what is 17C4, 17C4 means 17P4 divided by 4 factorial. Because you know that, right? You know that NCR, you know that NPR is equal to NCR into R factorial. So I can write NCR is equal to NPR by R factorial. Clear, everyone? Now remember this. Remember very important thing about NCR. The application of NCR. If I ask you, if I mention the application of NCR, remember always NCR is equal to NCN minus R. Remember this. The next thing, NCR plus NCR plus 1 is equal to N plus 1 CR plus 1. This is the second application of NCR. Third application of NCR is NC0 plus NC1 plus NC2 plus NC3 till NCN is equal to 2 to the power n. So this is very important. All these 3 applications, what I have mentioned, all these things are very important for exam point of view and for developing concept on permutation combination. These all are very important. Like if I ask you this question, that tell me the answer for this question. Tell me the answer for this question, that if NC14 is equal to NC16, find 32Cn. Tell me the answer for this question. Everyone please try. Tell me the answer for this question. Very good, Vivek. Very good, Siddharth. Very good, Simran. Very good, Nikhil. So here you know that NCR is equal to NCN minus R. So NC14 is equal to NCN minus 14. That is equal to NC16. So this means N is equal to 30. If N is equal to 30, then I need 32C30. 32C30 is nothing but 32C2. 32C2 is nothing but 32 into 31 by 2. That is 16 into 31. That you will get 496. Keep this in your mind that whenever I talk about NC2, NC2 means N into N minus 1 by 2. So whenever I talk about NC2, NC2 means N into N minus 1 by 2. Very important. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Now talking about the application of NC2. Now if I talk about the application of NC2, the first application of NC2 is the number of straight lines. Number of straight line from n non-collinear points. If they are n non-collinear point, so how many straight line can you draw? So you can draw NC2 straight lines. Okay, because if you join 2 points, you will get one line. If you join 2 points, you will get one line. So if there are n non-collinear points, so you will get NC2 lines. Okay, so if I give you if I tell you that in a plane, two-dimensional plane, there are total 66 lines. If I ask you that in a two-dimensional plane, there are total 66 straight lines, then how many points were there? How many non-collinear points were there in the plane? So the answer would be 12. So you can solve by using NC2. You will get a quadratic equation and you will get the answer. So the number of straight line from n non-collinear point is NC2. If I ask you that if there are n non-collinear points, if there are n non-collinear points, so out of those n non-collinear point, out of that m points are collinear. Out of that m points are collinear. Out of that, if m points are collinear, so how many straight lines can you draw? If I ask you how many straight lines can you draw, so very important question for exam point of view, that would be NC2 minus MC2 plus 1. So if there are n non-collinear point, out of n non-collinear points, if m points are collinear, so how many straight lines can you draw? So that would be NC2 minus MC2 plus 1. If I ask you how many triangles can you draw? How many triangle can you draw? So the number of triangle you can draw will be NC3 minus MC3. So this will give you the number of triangle. Very important for your placements and all. They will ask you these kind of question. So they can ask you like this and all. They'll give you some line. Here suppose they'll mention their n points are collinear. Here they'll mention m points are collinear. So how many triangles can you draw? So very important for exam point of view. Now so you remember this. So these all the application of NC2. So the first application of NC2 is how many straight lines can you draw if there are n non-collinear point. If out of n non-collinear point, if m points are collinear, then how many straight line can you draw? How many triangles can you draw? Then the third concept you should know in this is the number of handshakes. So if suppose n people are attending a party, then how many handshakes can happen? So the n person will do handshake with n minus 1 person, and I am doing handshake with you, or you are doing handshake with me. All mean same thing. So duplication happens. So the number of handshakes. So you can remember the formula. If you've seen the movie called Super 30, there also they mention this instance. So the number of handshakes that you can use NC2 for that. Similarly, if I ask you the number of diagonal number of number of diagonal in n-sided regular polygon. If I ask you number of diagonal in n-sided regular polygon, so the formula for that is nc2 minus n. Very important question for GRE, GMAT exam point of view, or any other government exam point of view. So how many diagonals are there? They'll give you. If I say that diagonals, there's a polygon, it have 54 diagonal. Tell me the value of n. So the formula for that number of diagonal of n-sided regular polygon is nc2 minus n, or you can write n square minus 3n by 2. So the number of diagonals of n-sided regular polygon. So what are diagonal? Diagonal are the line which you join by making joining non-adjacent points. So imagine 5 points are there. Imagine 5 points are there. So you'll get a pentagon. Imagine 5 points are there. You can get a pentagon. So from if 5 points are there, you can draw 5C2 line. 5C2 matlab 10. You can draw 10 lines. But what I want diagonal. What are diagonals? Diagonals are those lines which you join by joining non-adjacent point. So you can draw 10 lines. You can draw with 5 points. You can draw 10 lines. So, but out of those 10 lines, 5 lines are those lines which are the side of the polygon. So you should deduct those side. If you deduct the side, what left is your diagonal. This is your diagonal. What if you deduct the side, what left with you is your diagonal. So remember this formula, number of diagonal of n-sided regular polygon. So this can be the another application of NC2. Similarly, the another application of NC2 is the number of rectangle. Number of rectangle in n into m matrix. So if you have n into m matrix, so if I ask you calculate the number of rectangle, so the number of rectangle would be n plus 1 C2 into m plus 1 C2. This is the formula of number of rectangle. So you don't waste your time. If I ask you some metrics like this, imagine if I given you some metrics like this, imagine simply I'm telling, imagine if I given you some metrics like this and asking you how many rectangles are there, tell me the number of rectangle. So then don't waste your time. So number of rectangle for this would be 1 2 3 4. So this is 1 2 3 4. The sum is 10. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6 sum is 21. No? 6 into 7 by 2, 21. So your answer is 210. Apply the formula n plus 1 C2 into m plus 1 C2. And this is nothing but 5 C2 into 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 7 C2. 5 C2 मतलब 5 C2 मतलब 10. 7 C2 मतलब 21. 210. And so don't waste your time. So number of rectangle in chessboard. If I ask you chessboard, in chessboard, how many rectangles are there? If I ask you chessboard, how many rectangles are there? Chessboard is 8 into 8. So how many rectangles are there in chessboard? 9C2 into 9C2. 9C2 into 92C2 मतलब 1296. 9C2 is 30. 9C2 मतलब 36. 36 square is 1296. And so number of rectangle in n into m matrix. Remember this. Similarly, you can remember this. If I ask you the number square, if I ask you number square in n into n matrix, n into m matrix, this is important. You can remember the direct formula I'm telling you, n into n plus 1 into 3m minus n plus 1 by 6. This is the formula for number of square in n into m matrix. To apply this formula, you'll get the direct answer. And don't waste your time in start counting and all. If I ask you number square in chessboard, if I ask you number square in chessboard and a number square in chessboard, the answer is 204. And very important for exam point of view. They may ask you, tell me the number of rectangles which are not square in chessboard. They can ask you, tell me the number of rectangle which are not square in chessboard, which are not square in chessboard. So the answer is 1296 minus 204. And I went for interview, so there once this question is being asked to me. That's why wherever I teach, I make sure that my students should know this. So fine, I believe your concepts on basic concepts on permutation combinations are clear. So basically I'm talking about NCR and NPR. So you should know the formulas and all. These formulas are very important, and these formulas are very important. Like if I talk about this, NCR plus NCR plus 1 is equal to n plus 1 CR plus 1. You can prove this. 7C3 plus 7C4 is equal to 8C4. 7C3 होता है 35, 7C4 is 35 and 8C4 is 70. That you can prove by yourself. Fine. And this is again very important. The next thing this is again very important, and remember this. This is very important. This we use in Pascal triangle and all. So remember NC0 plus NC1 plus NC2 plus NC3 till NCn is equal to 2 to the power n. Okay, this is very important concept. This mean I'll give you an example. So suppose if I have 4 friends, suppose I have 4 friends and I'm organizing a party. Suppose my birthday is there, I'm organizing a party. Suppose if I have 4 friends and if I'm organizing a party, so the number of ways in which I can invite them, Suppose I have 4 friends and I'm organizing a party. So in how many ways can I invite them? So what I can do, I'll not in 4 friends are there, I'll not call anyone. I'll only order, I'll only eat. Or I'll invite 1 person, or I'll invite 2 person, or I'll invite 3 person, or I'll invite 4 person. The sum total of this will be equal to 2 to the power 4. How? 4C0 is 1, 4C1 is 4, 4C2 is 6, 4C3 is 4, 4C4 is 1. If you do the sum of this, the sum of this is 16. Remember this. If you remember in class 11th, when you are studying R.S. Agarwal or R.D. Sharma, the first chapter, set relation and function. So in set theory you studied, if a set consists of n elements, then how many subsets are possible? So there you will study, if the set consists of n elements, then the number of subset possible is 2 to the power n. How that 2 to the power n came? There's this logic only, that from n element you can create a set having no element, that is null set, that is NC0, or you can create a set with 1 element, that is NC1, or you can create a set with 2 element, that is NC2, like that. So sum total of that is equal to 2 to the power n. So I hope you understood this.